Hey everybody, I'm Itaba Meta Love. Just wanted to make a quick video for you. It's probably going to be controversial. I'm not making it so that I can be controversial, but I just wanted to share something with you about this recent decision for marriage equality for gay and lesbians. And this video is called Why I Don't Support Gay Marriage. And I just want to clear up right away, I don't not support it at all. I think anybody should be allowed to be married to each other if they love each other, regardless of whether they're straight, gay, or lesbian. The reason why I'm calling this video Why I Don't Support Gay Marriage is because marriage is a Christian institution, and many Christians believe that, and apparently states in the Bible, that it's a sin to lie with another man, for a man to lie with another man. So it would make it the same for a woman to lie with another woman. It says it right in the Bible. So, and marriage is a Christian institution. So to want to be legitimized by a Christian institution who which in the Bible it says that a man can't lie with another man, which would insinuate that a woman can't lie with another woman. Also says things like, if your children disobey you, then you should take them to the streets in front of the public and stone them to death. To want approval of a state-regulated Christian institution such as marriage to approve and validate your love, I think is missing the point of the whole idea of union in the first place. And they had something, pagans did something called like tying of hands before marriage, and I think that's a wonderful ceremony. You can, you get together with friends and family, and you tie your hands together with a rope, and this is symbolic of your union. And I realized that, humans really like symbolism, really like rituals, and that's wonderful. But we don't need the government, we don't need the church and state to tell us whether our love and union is legitimate or valid or not. Because what are we doing when we get married? We're getting a license. So we're saying you have to have a license. So we're giving more power to the government, saying, well, I need a license in order to be married. So why? So we can be taxed together, so that we can, have the government say whether we can and cannot adopt children together. So these kind of, this is sort of, trying to become licensed by the government. And in some ways, is kind of acquiescing to government control. And I'm against government control. I think we're natural human beings, and we should be able to do whatever we want. And just love in general doesn't need to be legitimized. Now, this is what I want to really get across in this video is, when you love one another, when you really love one another, a piece of paper doesn't make a difference. A piece of paper is not going to make your love more valid or more legitimate. So it's wonderful if this is what the people want, and this is what the gay and lesbian community want. But just know that it doesn't really change anything about your love. Having a piece of paper, you can still buy rings for each other and have your own ceremony. I personally will never get married in the eyes of any state or church, because I fundamentally disagree with the idea of institutionalized marriage, because it's a sacred holy union between you and the one you love. And if you want to commit forever, even if you believe in God, as soon as you commit in your heart, you're already committed forever. You don't need to have a ceremony or a ritual, or a legalization through some sort of license through the church or government that's witnessed by the church or government. Now, if you want to do that, that's wonderful, and I really support everybody, all the gay and lesbian pride community. But there's a reason why I haven't changed my Facebook photo to have the rainbows. because this is just another thing where society is saying this is what's important. This is what's important. We have, okay, the president is endorsing gay and lesbian equality marriage, and yet he's also endorsing killing and detaining people. They have drones, and he can assign whoever he wants to kill. There's kill lists, and so the president signs kill lists, and then they just take a drone and they shoot somebody down. He's also declaring that it's okay to kill people if they disagree with your views in other countries, as that war is a way of making peace. He's also declaring that by signing all these secret agreements with different countries, the TTP, that it's not important to maintain the sovereignty of nations. It's not important agriculture. He said he was going to make labeling of genetically modified foods, and yet the president is going against everything he said. And so this is, to me, this even the ruling by the Superior Court. I mean, the Superior Court is not without corruption. So the Superior Court ruled in favor of George Bush winning the election, and he didn't win the election. It was completely frauded, and they used electronic voting machines to fraud the election. So we're getting permission and validation from corrupt politicians and judges. So I don't think it's valid at all. I don't think your marriage is any more valid with this license than it was without it. I think if you believe in God or if you don't believe in God, it doesn't matter. It's between you and your lover, and that's wonderful. If you love somebody, you want to have some type of lifetime, eternal commitment, even, which I think is a really wonderful idea. The Buddha even talks about if you love one another and you wish to be born again together, you can. There's a sutta called In Tune. I'll actually put it below. It's very beautiful, and the way I came across this was just so wonderful and magical. So your marriage is valid, whether the state realizes that or not. We're in Canada. I don't know what the laws are in Canada, but laws are really in order to gather more taxes and control the people. They're not to set you free, because look at the world. Do laws really work, and do they really keep people safe and free? When you look at a couple of years ago, I was walking down the street in Welland. Sorry, just woke up, so I'm a little stuffy still. And I was walking down the street, and I saw a cop pull somebody over. And I was like, okay, whatever, he pulled somebody over. I continue walking. About 5 minutes later, cop goes past me, pulls somebody else over. What? Continue walking. I get to the bridge. Cop's at the bridge, and he pulls over the next person. So I'm like, these laws aren't designed to protect us. These laws are designed to gather money. In some cases, the law does work in our favor, but generally it doesn't. It's really it's corporate law. The police officer really, I don't know if it technically does, but it's a policy enforcer. So it's enforcing the policies of the state, of the wishes of the state and or the church. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful, honestly, that this has been approved, if that's what gay and lesbian communities desire and what the world desires. But just realize that it doesn't take away or add anything to your love. Love is without boundaries. Love is without limits. Love doesn't require validation. It doesn't even require reciprocation. Love is this giving and appreciation for another person, and just complete giving oneself to them in adoration and respect and joy, and just really having this, one of the sublime states the Buddha taught is sympathetic joy. Or we could look at all of them, really. Sympathetic joy, compassion, equanimity, and metta. So these four sublime states, we enter these when we're in love. We enter equanimity because we finally feel like our heart is open. We finally feel really peaceful and everything's okay. And it's not the other person that has made us feel okay. It's our love for them. It's our metta. It's our compassion. So when we open our heart towards somebody, the safety we feel with that other person is the safety of ourselves loving them, because we're finally letting go all our beliefs, and we're just pouring our love and adoration onto this person. And metta is that love, that infinite, non-discerning, non-discriminate love that we can just shower upon everybody. And we have these examples with our lovers, but what we really need to do is spread that to all beings. And sympathetic joy, so we're happy for the welfare and the positive life events of our friends, families, and lovers, and we don't have any jealousy. So these are wonderful qualities. These are wonderful qualities. And that's what love is really all about. Love is really all about really just giving and giving and giving your attention and your presence, your compassion, your metta, your sympathetic joy, your loving kindness, and releasing all the negative qualities of mind, the unwholesome qualities, the jealousy, the anger, hatred, envy, and really just saying, you know what, I love this person so much more than my self-importance is my thoughts. These thoughts, they just arise, and they're all filled with self-importance. So I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna allow a person to abuse me, of course, but if I have jealous thoughts or angry thoughts, and they don't have to do with somebody breaking the bonds of your union, it's sexual misconduct or something like that. But if it's just, annoyance or bother because the little idiosyncrasies that we all have, then we can let those go and continue to grow our love and to purify it. So this is what a union really should do. Is it starts, we have this feeling of metta, we have this feeling of union and equanimity and sympathetic joy and compassion with our lover as we see them so perfectly as they are. And then eventually what can happen is the ego mind can start to take control again, can start to cover over and mask and corrupt our compassion and our love and our sympathetic joy and our metta and equanimity, and then we can start to become bothered. So love, being in a relationship, being in a union, isn't always going to be perfect, but we can always use it to purify our own love, and so that we can feel safe in the arms of our lover, because we're not projecting any negativity towards them or any unwholesome mind states. We can share our pain, share our suffering, but what we really should share the most is pure love. That's why we got together in the first place. So I just wanted to share some things about love, some things about marriage, some things about marriage equality and this whole thing that's going on. It's a big popular thing. I'm a little bit cynical about popular things, things that the media approve of, but I do approve of equality of all people. I'm so happy for the lesbian and gay community that they are feeling validated, even though you don't need validation by the state or government, and you don't need a license for your love to be legitimate. So thank you for watching. Again, not intending to cause controversy, but just some reflections about the nature of love, about the nature of licensing, and I hope you have such great success in your marriages and in your lives, and that you may always use your love to purify your heart. And thank you for watching, May you be safe and happy. I love you.